Cabrini Green.
I'd say we're not taking it away from you. Oh my God!
That's beautiful. He's got it.
It's over. He's got it. It's over.
In the vast expanse of Russia, where legends are forged in ice and steel, there emerged a warrior whose name would echo through the halls of combat sports history. A man who would become the embodiment of invincibility itself. This is the story of Fedor Vladimirovich Emelianenko. In the industrial city of Rubizhne, Ukraine, a child was born who would grow to redefine what it means to be a fighter. Fedor Vladimirovich Emelianenko, his very name, meaning gift of God, entered a world that would soon witness his extraordinary journey. When Fedor was just 2 years old, his family moved to Stary Oskol, Russia, where the harsh winters and unforgiving landscape would forge the character of a future champion. His father, Vladimir, was a welder, a man who understood the strength that comes from fire and pressure. His mother, Olga, was a teacher who instilled in young Fedor the values of discipline and respect. At the age of 11, destiny called. Under the tutelage of Vasily Ivanovich Gavrilov, Fedor began his journey into the ancient Russian martial art of sambo and the Japanese discipline of judo. Little did anyone know that this quiet, unassuming boy would one day become the most feared heavyweight in the world.
The undisputed world champion, the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko.
The path to greatness is never easy. After completing his education as an electrician, Fedor answered the call of duty, serving in the Russian army from 1995 to 1997 as a military firefighter and later as a member of a tank division near Nizhny Novgorod. He learned the discipline that would define his fighting career. His coach, Vladimir Voronov, would later recall, Fedor did not stand out from his peers initially, but he would achieve future success thanks to his own perseverance and hard work for many years. This humble beginning would become the foundation of an empire. In 1997, Fedor achieved the rank of Master of Sport in both judo and sambo. His partial record in judo stood at 12 wins and 7 losses, but these numbers would pale in comparison to what was to come. The young warrior was about to enter a realm where he would remain virtually untouchable for over a decade. May 21st, 2000, the date that would mark the beginning of a legend. Fedor Emelianenko stepped into the ring for his first professional mixed martial arts bout, driven not by glory, but by necessity.
Антракт у нас сколько? 20 минут? Да?
Financial hardship had forced him to leave the Russian national team, and MMA offered a path to provide for his family. What happened next defied all expectation. Fight after fight, victory after victory, Fedor began to build something unprecedented in the world of combat sport. An aura of invincibility, his unique blend of explosive sambo throws.
Kid from the Cabrini Green. Rogers had the right plan. He was working the game, but Fedor literally jumped into that punch.
Devastating ground and pound, and an almost supernatural calmness under pressure marked him as something special. The nickname came naturally, the Last Emperor. Like the great rulers of old, Fedor commanded respect through strength, wisdom, and an unwavering presence that seemed to bend reality to his will. Ironically, the humble fighter from Stary Oskol reportedly disliked the grandiose title.
I gotta say, we're not taking it away from you. Oh my gosh! That's it! Oh no! Oh no! Square right on the chin, knocked it right down.
Ogawa, Emelianenko right away takes it to Ogawa. Left and right.
Look at his hands!
And he's got him!
Look at this!
There's the balance by Emelianenko in full mount now, boss.
Umbar! Oh, he's got it! He's got it! He's gonna break it!
Clinched.
He's breaking the right way! It's perfect! He breaks it the right way, not the other side. It's beautiful!
Ogawa!
That's beautiful! He's got it!
And he's forced to tap!
Fedor had avenged his brother Alexander's earlier loss to the Croatian striker. In the world of the last emperor, family honor was everything. In 2003, Fedor entered the hallowed octagon of Pride Fighting Championships in Japan, and with it began the most dominant reign in heavyweight mixed martial arts history. For 4 years, from 2003 to 2007, he would rule as the undisputed Pride heavyweight champion, turning the organization into his personal empire.
Oh, no! That looks like about it. Choke is coming. He's going to get him right here. He's got the choke. He's got it. It's over. It's over. Whoa!
What a fight.
What made Fedor truly legendary was not just his victories, but the manner in which he achieved them. Against Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, widely considered the greatest heavyweight grappler of his generation, Fedor displayed a ground game that was poetry in motion. Their first encounter at Pride 25 would be ranked as the 8th greatest heavyweight MMA fight of all time. But it was his clash with the Croatian striker Mirko "Cro Cop" Filipovic at Pride Final Conflict 2005 that would cement his legacy. Cro Cop, whose left leg had ended the careers of countless fighters, met his match in the Russian Emperor. Fedor's victory by unanimous decision would later be ranked as the greatest heavyweight MMA fight of all time. The victory held special meaning. Fedor had avenged his brother Alexander's earlier loss to the Croatian striker. In the world of the last emperor, family honor was everything. What separated Fedor from every other fighter was not just his technical prowess, but his unshakable mental fortitude. Rooted in his deep Orthodox Christian faith, Fedor possessed a calmness that bordered on the supernatural. As he once explained, his peace came from his belief that everything happens according to God's will. Father Andre, his local priest, described him as a man of extraordinary modesty and spiritual strength. This faith would become his greatest weapon, an unshakable belief that allowed him to remain calm in the face of any storm. The most legendary example came against Kevin Randleman at Pride Critical Countdown 2004, after being lifted high into the air and slammed violently to the canvas. In what should have been a fight-ending moment, Fedor simply rolled over and submitted the former UFC champion within seconds. It was as if the laws of physics bent to his will. His fighting style was a masterpiece of controlled violence. The casting punch, a sambo technique that generated devastating power through perfect timing and leverage. The seamless transitions from striking to grappling. The ground and pound that ended careers. Every element working in perfect harmony. 28 fights, 28 victories. For over a decade, from 2000 to 2010, Fedor Emelianenko was quite simply unbeatable. His victims read like a who's who of combat sport. 4 former UFC champions, 2 Pride champions, future K1 champions, Olympic medalists, all fell before the last emperor. Mark Coleman, the father of ground and pound, was dominated on the ground. Tim Sylvia, a former UFC heavyweight champion, was knocked out in just 36 seconds. Andrei Arlovsky, another UFC champion, lasted only 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Each victory added another layer to the myth. But Fedor's greatness extended beyond mere statistics. He carried himself with a dignity and humility that elevated the entire sport. Never boastful, never arrogant, he let his actions speak with thunderous clarity. In a world of trash talk and manufactured drama, Fedor was authenticity incarnate. Even emperors are not immortal. In June 2010, the impossible happened. Fabricio Werdum, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu specialist, submitted the last emperor, ending the greatest winning streak in heavyweight MMA history. The shock reverberated throughout the combat sports world, but true legends are defined not by their invincibility, but by how they respond to adversity. Fedor's reaction was characteristically gracious and philosophical. He had given everything to the sport, and the sport had given him immortality in return. After a brief stint in Strikeforce and a first retirement in 2012, Fedor would return to competition in 2015, proving that the heart of a warrior never truly stops beating. His final chapter with Bellator MMA, including victories over legends like Frank Mir and Chael Sonnen, reminded the world why he was called the Last Emperor. On February 4th, 2023, Fedor Emelianenko officially retired from mixed martial arts competition with a record of 40 wins, 7 losses, and 1 no contest. But numbers cannot capture the true measure of his legacy. Today, he serves as a deputy in the Belgorod Regional Duma and as president of the Russian MMA Union, continuing to shape the sport he helped define. But his greatest victory was never about titles or accolades. It was about showing the world what it means to be a true warrior. Fight Matrix ranks him as the greatest heavyweight mixed martial artist of all time, and the 3rd greatest fighter, pound for pound in history. But for those who witnessed his reign, no ranking is necessary. They saw something that transcended sports. They saw perfection in human form. Fedor Vladimirovich Emelianenko, the last emperor, a legend whose empire was built not on conquest, but on respect, not on destruction, but on honor. In the annals of combat sports history, there will never be another like him.